early morning on the road today. Hey, hey. The sun is blazing on A1A.
Hi, Vampyresskiss.
And Angel.
And welcome to another installment of Raw with Vampy. And today is July 10th. I already did this once and I said it was April 10th and Jamie came in and of course had to correct me. So it's July 10th, 2020. And it's supposed to, our meteorologist here says it's supposed to get to 104 degrees, which, you know, out here in the high desert, 104 degrees can be pretty warm. I mean, we don't have any humidity right now to speak of. I mean, because the fire danger is really bad here. And also we're in a drought. But 104 is still 104. And it's going to be warm, considering all we have is a swamp cooler. Anyway, today's subject is about a topic that has grown to be very near and dear to me as I've grown older in my life. And it's about rescue dogs. Okay, when I first moved to New Mexico, I had started breeding pugs and beagles. And although I did enjoy doing that, because pugs are a fun breed of dog, and beagles are a really smart breed of dog. Not saying that pugs aren't smart, but they're just, you know, they're two different kinds of personalities. One's more fun and playful, and the other one's more of a working kind of dog. Always, you know, trying to pick up the scent, hunting, you know, things like that. Anyway, I had done that for a while. And as my pugs got older and could no longer breed, I would rehome them to people who really wanted pugs but couldn't afford them. And so basically I just kind of dwindled out of that. And I knew I've always loved dogs all my life. And so I'm trying to think of the order this came in. A dog showed up at our house one day. It was in the yard. And he would not leave. He just like planted himself in our yard and wasn't going to leave. And I guess this was maybe, God, we've had him a long time. I would say it's close to 7 years we've had him. And his name is, we named him Fox because when he was younger and he would run, I thought he looked like a fox. Anyway, he's a small breed of dog. He's got a lot of, he's got, you know, fur, so he's got, I always get confused about fur and hair, but he's got like an undercoat, so he's, you know, one of those dogs that shed, but he's got like kind of bristly here, and you can tell he's got terrier in him because he's got the wiry hair, and he's a character. I don't know how anybody let this dog go, because anybody who watches our videos knows we live here in the far corner of Highland Meadows. And a lot of dogs, cats, you name it, end up here. And that was terrible. That was basically what happened with this one. I imagine somebody dumped him and he came into the yard. And I kept trying to get him out of the yard because at that time, I just didn't want any more dogs. And I kept like shutting the gate and telling him go, 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 and he wouldn't. And so he adopted us, and we basically said, okay, I guess you're going to stay with us. And that, you know, we named him Fox. And oh, he, like I said, he's a character. This dog can climb. He can climb fences. He climbed fences better than a young kid can climb fences. I'm not kidding. He just climbs right up it. A 6-foot chain link fence. He'll climb up it and just go right over the top of it. So where we have him, he's out in our kennel where we used to have our pugs, and he's in a run that actually has a top to it so that he can't get away, because he does not like being in the house. He's not an indoor dog. He likes being outside, because when we did try to bring him into the house, he peed on everything. He loved plastic, much like Doc likes plastic. And he just didn't like being in the house wherever he was, because he was a couple years old when he came to us. They didn't have him in the house. They kept him outside. So he was our first real rescue dog, and he and I'm not going to, I shouldn't really call him a rescue dog. He rescued us because he came to us and he adopted us. And then, so that's the story of Fox. He's a little tan dog. He's just, then the next dog we actually adopted. These people found a mother dog who had not yet had her puppies. And then when she had her puppies, they had the puppies, and I don't know, I just thought, well, maybe Angel could use a puppy. And so we went and actually, we didn't get to pick the puppy because the guy says, I'm keeping this one, I'm keeping this one, I'm keeping this one. The mother had like 8 dogs, and he says, but you can have that one. And so we brought that one home. And it's kind of funny, how karma works, because it was the next day, that animal control was out and took all those puppies away from them. So if he would have allowed me to take, because I wanted 2 of the puppies, actually, at least 2 of the puppies would have had a good home for sure, because at that time, Valencia County was basically euthanizing everything that they were getting. So, anyway, this dog, I originally wanted to name him Deuce. And I can't remember why it was that Jamie started calling him Moose. I guess because he was big. Because he's like the size of a German Shepherd. He's got that same burly thing going on. And I've posted many pictures of him on my Facebook page. He's he definitely looks like he's a Shepherd mix. And he's got the best personality. He's a very gentle dog. He's not mean at all. He's changed a lot over the last few months because of another dog that we've rescued. But prior to that, he was just very, he loved to play with Angel, loved to run with Angel and stuff. And he's another one. He's an outdoor dog. He does not like to be inside. And also, he's kind of big, too, to be inside. Especially, with everybody that lives here and stuff. We just didn't really have the room. So it was not I knew that it would not be a dog that we would have indoors. So that's the story of Deuce, who became Moose, and how we got him. And then a long time went by, and we just had Deuce and Fox. And then a friend of mine, her dog, she wouldn't get her fixed, so she kept having puppies and having puppies. And one of the litters of puppies, we took 2 of them, and they were like a cockapoo, cocker spaniel, possibly dachshund, or maybe some other sort of hound dog, because the dogs had really long bodies. And we adopted 2 of them. And I cannot remember what the one dog's name was, because that dog got into something, and I don't know what happened, but we found him passed away one morning, and he was still a puppy. So I don't know if he had something genetic wrong with him or what was wrong, but it was quite strange that a dog would pass at such a young age. But we still have the second one, and he's got kind of a long body, and he looks he's just weird looking because you could tell he's got hound in him, but he's also got something else that, well, obviously Cocker Spaniel, but he's got these really short little legs, and we named him Earl. And Earl, we tried to have Earl in the house also, but Earl tore stuff up and was just a menace in the house. And so Earl is out with Fox now, and they keep each other company. And so that was how we ended up with Earl. And then quite a bit of time went by, and I started thinking that I wanted to get a small companion dog in the house for myself. And so I started going to the Valencia County Animal Shelter. And Jamie and I went there, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, I think it was. And I was looking at the dogs, and I had this vision inside my head that when I seen the dog that would be my companion dog, would be like boom, 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 fireworks going off everywhere, Love American Style, that sort of thing. And I just didn't feel that with any of the animals that were there at the shelter. And one day, Angel and I were reading meters, and we were walking back home, and it actually two puppies were following us. One was kind of like a German Shepherd mix, and the other one was Doc. And Doc followed us. God, it was about 1.5 miles, that little dog, and he was a puppy at the time, followed us all the way home. And I kept turning around and telling him, go home, you need to go home where you belong, go back to where you live. And he wouldn't listen. He just kept following us. And then he got to our house, and he just would not leave. And I, whenever a dog comes into our lives like that, I know a lot of people are not going to like this, and they're going to say, oh, bad Vampy. But I do not put posters, or I do not put up signs, because this is what I feel. If you love your dog, like I loved Violet when Violet went missing. I had posters all over Highland Meadows looking for Violet. So if you love your dog, you're going to put pictures and you're going to put posters up of your dog. And that's what I watch for. I watch for the posters and the pictures. And if they don't put up posters and pictures, that's my dog. That's just kind of the way I see it. And they didn't put up any posters or pictures of any of the dogs that I'm talking about in this video. Anyway, so Doc he was always Doc. I knew I wanted to name him after John Henry Holiday, Doc Holliday. And I think that wherever he lived, I think they called him Dog, because he took to Doc right away. And, they say that a dog only hears and understands the first syllable or the first letter of any name. So Dog and Doc sound so much alike. So he never had a problem with this name. And he is an indoor dog. He's in the house with us all the time. And, he's a turd. Let me tell you, if he wasn't meant to be an indoor dog, he would probably be out there too, because he pees on stuff, pees on curtains, pees on clothes, pees on plastic, you name it, he pees on it. And I normally wouldn't put up with so much of that kind of crap from a dog, but I don't know why. Maybe it's my age. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so he's a house dog, and he basically, it's weird. I wanted him for my companion dog, and he ended up being Jamie's dog, and Jamie hates dogs. It's really weird. It's like this dog, he just loves to be hated. I don't know what it is. I guess I'm too nice to him or something. I don't know. Maybe I need to yell at him more often. I don't know. But anyway, so he likes Jamie, and so he's basically Jamie's dog. And and everybody knows what Doc looks like, because I post pictures of him a lot and videos. Excuse me. Anyway, so that was how Doc came to be with us. He had followed us home. And then, some more time went by, and I was telling my husband David that I wanted a big dog, another big dog to go with, I'll get it, give me a second, Moose, because Moose and Fox no longer were in the same area, because Fox kept climbing the fence and wanted to be over where Earl was. So we just left him over there, and so Moose was by himself in this big enclosure thing that we have that's like another yard in itself, because we have 4 acres here. You need to keep that in mind. Anyway, and so I wanted a big dog for him. And I think I went to the I always called it the Pound, the animal rescue place, twice looking. And of course I was looking for that boom, 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 boom again. And actually I did get that boom, 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 boom the second time we went there, but the dog wasn't up for adoption. My God, he was huge. He was a purebred German Shepherd, and he was probably 120, 30 pounds. Huge, huge, beautiful German Shepherd. Oh my God, I would have loved to have him, but he was on a 3-day hold, and I knew that we weren't going to be back in 3 days, and so I just kind of, let that, shake it off, Vampy, and let it go. And then it was a few weeks later, I guess it was. David and I were coming back from town, and at the end of the road, not our road, but the end of this other road that we come down to get to our house, I seen a dog on the reservation, and I said, uh-oh, there's another lost dog. And it wasn't actually a dog, it was just a puppy. Real small dog. And I'd seen him a few more times after that out on the reservation. Well, actually, I always thought that was a reservation back there, but that's where they're building the racetrack. And he was out there, and he would howl. And I actually thought at first that he had been raised by coyotes, because he wasn't barking, he was only just howling. And somehow he really liked moose. I didn't know this, but we had trail cameras up. And at night, those few nights, he was laying by where moose is in his yard and being with him and wanted to be with him. So he got a little bit braver, because he was a real skittish dog when he first came. He came into the yard, and I just decided, I'm going to make this dog mine, you know. And even though he was skittish, I started feeding him and stuff, and it didn't take long. It was real quick. It was like within less than 24 hours. The dog let me touch him, and I was able to, do things with him. And we put a collar on him and stuff, and I put him back in with Moose. And I had decided that I wanted to name him Ringo, because I knew that Doc wouldn't like him, and in the movie Tombstone, Doc and Ringo don't like each other, so that was why I named him Ringo. And he has fit in really, I think he's fit in really well, but Jamie says he broke Moose, so I don't know, because he's turned Moose into kind of a, I guess Jamie calls it kind of a panty waist, I guess. I don't know. I don't personally see it. I think they get along really well, and when Moose, throws up his hair on his back and does that thing where they look like they have a mohawk, Ringo minds and listens to what he's saying. So, the dominance is still in Moose's court. But Ringo is a bigger dog. He looks like he's probably a Dane mix with something. Maybe, it's hard telling. I'm not sure. My friend thought it was a Cataloo. I don't know, but nobody ever looked for him, and man, I thought he was a gorgeous dog. I would have never let a dog like that go, but no pictures, no posters, no signs, no nothing. So we just kept him like we always do. So anyway, I kind of figured out, because I had been looking for a small dog when Doc found us. I was looking for a big dog when Ringo found us. I thought, oh my God. I've always believed that your thoughts and your feelings and what you put out there in the world is a powerful thing. And I thought, wow, it really worked, because each time I had been, looking and seeking out, that was my screen. It went dark on my big computer. That's why I look dark now. Anyway, I think that's why they came to us, because I put out there unknowingly that I was looking for them. So after we had Ringo for a while, maybe he had him for about 4 months, when I figured this out, I thought, oh my God, I'm going to try this. And so I put out the energy that I want, because here's a dog I've wanted for a long time. I will not buy it. It has to show up at the house, and it's a Great Pyrenees, because they are very good coyote dogs. They will fight a coyote and kill a coyote. They are just really good dogs to have on any kind of land. And I would truly, dearly love to have one, but I truly, dearly will not pay for it. Because if I can't rescue it, I don't need it, is what kind of my philosophy is now. And so I'm hoping that one day maybe somebody will say, I just don't like this dog no more. Just like drop it off back here, and it ends up here. So that's my dream, and that's what I'm holding out for this next time, is a Great Pyrenees. Unless, of course, something else happens to come our way and needs a home, and then, of course, we'll bring that dog into our lives too. We don't adopt cats, and I'll tell you why we don't adopt cats. We actually, I know people aren't going to like this, but we take the cats to the animal shelter, because a cat and a mobile home are not two things that belong together. A cat will get up into the underbelly of a mobile home and totally tear the hell out of it. And we had a couple cats do that to my mom's mobile home, and so it's just totally thrashed underneath. And we don't so we don't have cats. We had cats when we first moved from Oregon because I had them, but after those cats were ate by coyotes, we never adopted any other cats. And I mean, we had a few for Angel, but then they never want to stay in the house. I mean, if you want a cat that's truly a house cat, that cat needs to be born in the house, never be allowed outside the house, and then they don't know what they're missing, and so that they'll stay in the house normally. But once they have been outside and seen what outside is, you never really quite can make them a house cat. They're never really quite happy. So we've lost every cat we had to coyotes, and so it's not something that we want. I mean, here's the only cat I need right there. Grumpy Cat. Unfortunately, poor Tartar Sauce is dead, but that was Grumpy Cat's real name, Tartar Sauce. Anyway, rest in peace. Anyway, so remember, next time you're out there and you're thinking about buying one of those big old pricey dogs, you know, because you want a French Bulldog or you want a, I don't know what's really popular right now. Think about a rescue dog. They need homes too. And when they don't get homes, they get euthanized. And a rescue dog is, I mean, yes, they have their problems. Yes, they have their issues. And yes, they are a handful. A puppy can be a handful too. I've had them. Trust me, I know. Both there, you know, there's plus and minuses to both. But the big plus to a rescue dog is, you know, you've saved a life for sure when you take a rescue dog in. And I mean, right now we have that many dogs. All of them are rescues. So and I'll take in that many more if I have to. You know, because that's what I do. So yeah, this is Vampyresskiss, you know, saying, next time you see a stray, don't just, you know, pick it up, bring it home. You know, if you can't find its home, keep it. You know, you'll find that your life is 1,000 times better because of the love that you've brought into the house. Okay, remember that. So remember to like, subscribe, give the video a big thumbs up. You know, leave a comment below if you've rescued a dog. And if you can, you know, post a picture or post a link to a picture of your dog. I would love to see the dog that you rescued. You know, I love that kind of stuff. You know, tell us your story. You know, I want to hear your story too. And, you know, smash that notification bell and I think I said share already. And remember, you know, mask it or casket, you know, we got to stomp down this COVID and make everybody so that it's safe out there for people. And remember, always one soul. And I'm gonna just play a little bit of a song on the way out. This is, I don't know how long it's gonna take for it to boot up, but this is my good friend Jimmy Hook, and this is his song Jacksonville. He can be found on Reverb Nation. Enjoy. God, my speakers are terrible. Jimmy Hook, Reverb Nation.
I'm gonna see the Mopar man down in
if you go out into the woods today, hey,